Hello everyone, I'm Vlad The Bat, and today we're going to do a little something different. Something that me, myself, and of course some of the guys always wanted to do, is to review and share our thoughts on our most favorite games. Yes, video games, indie games, AAA games, any kind of games you can think of, whether they're old or new. But we're not just picking random games out of the blue. We are picking games that interest our fancy, which meaning games that have more of the artistic side and great visuals, unique ideas, and wonderful storytelling. And that's what our new YouTube series is going to be all about. Now, we were going to put this in a list, but it might take way too long to make, and there is a lot to discuss about these certain games. So, in further ado, we're going to have them out separate videos. And if you enjoy this kind of series and you want us to review any type of games you like and what we like, we're happily to do so. But for now, we're going to pick the games that we found the most creative, the most greatest, and the most unique. So let's get on with this series to start off with a game that is personally my favorite, and you might find this quite surprising to you. So, let's get on with the show. The Evil Within. Wow, where do I begin with this? The Evil Within is a third-person horror survival game, as I presume it is. It was made in 2014, I called that like a long time ago, and created by Tangle Gameworks, and published by, I'm gonna roast this name, I'm sorry if I can't say it right, Bethesda Softworks. Did I say it right? I don't know. Anyway, The Evil Within. My. Now I know you'll be surprised, like, Vlad, why do you like this game? It's gruesome. It's gory. Well, yes it is. Well, it's a funny story though, is I was introduced to The Evil Within when we were watching Markiplier. Yes. All the gameplays we watch is from Markiplier, and believe me, it was more of an enjoyable experience. And this is indeed one of my most favorite horror games. The reason being because the story itself is... The story is truly interesting. And I have another secret of mine is I love psychological horror. And this game is right up my alley. Now with The Evil Within, and of course its follow-up, The Evil Within 2, which is just made last year. Oh my goodness. This game is amazing. It's truly amazing. The visuals is amazing, the story is amazing, and I have so much good things to say about this. But The Evil Within, and if you guys never seen this game, don't watch this, go ahead and watch the game itself, or play it. The Evil Within is about this detective. His name is Sebastian Castellanos, I don't know how you pronounce him. And he and his two detective partners, which is Joseph Oda and Julie Kidman, as I presume the names. I'm trying to remember the names. And they go to this hospital called Beacon Hospital. And next thing you know, there's something about like this homicide stuff that was going on in the hospital, and the next thing you know, this mysterious stranger in the hood, and this hooded white hooded thing appears, and his name is Rubik, which we later learn is his name is Ruben Victoriano, and if you go in later on in the game, you'll learn his backstory, and it's pretty sick. But yeah, the game itself is gory, but we looked over that, and of course there is cursing in this language in the game, so be mindful of that. Not for the youngest viewers or not for the faint of heart, but if you're really brave and you can look past all that, you look into the story, look into the artistry, and because we are a family of artists. That's what's really cool about it. So, of course, I'm open up my photo viewer so you can see all the images. And, you don't remove of course, the evil within. Of course, anyway, Sebastian goes through this crazy PG-style world. It's a place called STEM, and it's pretty crazy. So this Rubik fellow wants out. He wants out of this place, this system called STEM. I don't know what it means, but that's what I was told. He wants out of STEM and such. And it is a pretty crazy adventure. He goes from one world to the next, and it's pretty downright crazy. And so he also joins up with Joseph Oda, which is Markiplier calls him Jojo, and I'm guessing that's Markiplier's favorite character. But yeah, he has a lot of help from the doctor, and of course there's this kid named Leslie, who has some sort of mental condition. I don't know, he had a traumatic experience. I don't know. To me it looks like autism. But I am getting shivers just talking about it because I'm so excited. I want to talk about this for so long. So Sebastian goes to one world after another, and then gets transported to, I guess, more, I don't want to call them worlds, more like their minds. So STEM, it's like, you connect all the brains into one mind. So you're like mind jumping or something like that, I don't know, but it is pretty interesting though. Oh my goodness. But we also learn about Sebastian's backstory, that he had a wife who was also a cop, and he had a child that he lost in the fire. Which I think that's pretty sad though. It's pretty tragic. I feel sorry for these characters. But almost some of these characters have very bad backstories. But one thing I wanted to know is about Joseph Oda. Oh my god. Sorry. Joseph Oda is more of a mysterious character to me, because everybody probably want to know what's up with him. I'm sorry, I'm a little stuffy today. But, we never find out what Joseph's adventure is, and I really, really wish that would happen. So, of course, when there is news or rumors about Evil Within 2, I got hyped up for it. And, when about last year, I was so excited. I didn't watch it on Markiplier's channel yet. I think I watched it on 8-Bit Ryan's channel first, and that game was phenomenal. I mean, really, they upgrade the graphics so much better in the second game. I'm gonna scroll these images, so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah, but if you look at the 2014 game, of course, everything was a little more simple. The sounds were kind of reused. But when number 2 came out, it blew my mind how well the details have improved, and it was absolutely astonishing. And of course, when you play as Sebastian, you go through these crazy worlds. Oh my god, I got an image of Laura here. She's like the scariest thing. And of course we have, I forget what his name, the Keeper, Safehead, Boxhead, I don't know. But anyway, there is a lot of secrets in these games, so guys, when you play it, keep your eye out for those secrets. They're the most important things ever. Oh, and there's Rubik. But the games themselves are such a journey. an emotional journey to understand the characters. You understand their backstories, and oh my goodness, I have so much to say about this game, but I can only fit in such little time. And of course, and the DLCs that came after Evil Within 1. That was also pretty good too. About the DLCs, you get an idea through Julie Kidman's point of view, and her backstory that she works for Mobius. She works for Mobius. And I don't know what Mobius actually is. I don't know what they want, but I don't know. To me, I saw world domination. They want to take over the world. They want to use the STEM machine and take over minds and turn people into zombies or something. I don't know, but it is unexplainable. But Julie Kidman's adventure is pretty terrifying itself, and in this one you have no certain weapons whatsoever. You feel more, the DLCs feel more like a survival game than anything. But of course there is like 3 of them. The first one is called The Assignment, the second one is The Consequence, and there's a third one where you play as the Keeper. That guy. You play as the Keeper, and it's more like a point of view game, but a little something extra is really nice, though. Yeah. I have to say, my favorite character out of the games, out of both games, is the nurse. Which we later learn her name is Tatiana. And she's a pretty cool character, and she is part of STEM. She helps, you know, when you go and upgrade your stuff, she's there. The nurse is a pretty interesting character. She's another mysterious character I wish I knew and such. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're into the images of the second game. And if you kind of compare Sebastian's model from the original and the second game, they're completely different. Even Kidman's model has been upgraded, and she looked more younger, and she sounded more younger than the first game. Odd change, but it was a very interesting change indeed. And of course, the cat made a cameo. But I think the best part out of Evil Within 2, I mean, there is some really cool characters. There's the first villain, I forget his name. He's some sort of photographic artist. He's psycho crazy. But I had to say that the first half of the game of number 2 is my favorite part. And because it's involving around artwork, because we're artists ourselves, and yeah. I forget the guy's name. Oh, what was his name? Stefano Valentini, that was it. Yeah, he's a pretty creepy character. And there's a second villain called Theodore. And spoiler alert, there is a third one who's semi-villainish, heroish. And it's Sebastian's wife, Myra. And of course, in the second game, Sebastian goes back into STEM to find his daughter, Lily, and believe me, she's a cutie. And he goes through this Americana-type town called Union. But Union collapses because of these villains, because Lily escaped, and there's some sort of weirdness going on. But I think, to me, the second game had more emotion than the first game. The first game was like, you go in there and you survive. Find many bad guys you can, defeat the villain, and done. And of course, the first game in the end did leave you off on a cliffhanger in a way. It's like, you don't know what's reality and what's not. But the second game is the best out of the Evil Within series. It's only 2 so far, but it is the best. The best I ever seen. The graphics are indeed so amazing. I'll say this again. The animations are so lifelike. Even the close-up of Sebastian's face is so astonishing. If you compare that to the first game and the second game. And it is truly amazing. The monsters in the game are pretty terrifying. And even there was this one final boss fight, well, not the final, but when you fight off Theodore, it has all the iconic monsters from the original game. And that was the coolest part. But I think the best part is when Markiplier's retrieving the last slide when you go into the safe area. there's the spoiler alert again. The last slide involving around Joseph Oda, and Markiplier freaked out. All the guys smiled big. We laughed and like, yes, we were waiting for him to see this. We want him to see this. And there's the nurse. But yeah, it was indeed the most triumphant moment, and that was like the best. But like I said, Evil Within 2 has more emotion. The story is more heartfelt, so relatable, and that ending, OMG, the ending, everyone, that made me cry so much. The ending is the best part. Oh, you guys have to play this all the way to the end. And of course, there is some, like, little cliffhangers in the end credits. And I hope whoever created this game, Tango Gameworks, you better add some DLCs in this one, because I want to know what happened to Joseph Oda. And that's why I would say, everyone, the Evil Within series is the best game series ever been played. And I mean, you can play it, you can watch it, however you like it. Evil Within will be my number one on my list, the best horror survival game slash psychological horror. This is just the best high psychological horror you can ever get. And so, for now, everyone, I will conclude this video and the next one. So, The Evil Within, 10 out of 10, amazing. And that's all I have for you all today, and I'll see you until the next video. Ta-ta, and have a lovely, delightful day.